everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of What's Happening at Washington School. I'm your kindness ambassador, Alexander Lopez. Did you know that ambassador means a person who acts representative or promotive of a specific activity? Just thought you should know. Here are some students who have been copying kind recently. Miss Donovan caught Xavier being kind. Xavier's brother came to visit our classroom, and Xavier gave him a school book out of the kindness of his heart. Miss Giovanni and Miss Grekiewicz also caught Xavier's sister, Lila, being kind. She is a kind friend and helpful member in her classroom. Miss Donovan caught Yelena, Jacob, and Gleb all being kind. These three have been super helpers for a friend in class that has having a hard time. So kind and helpful. Jade and Laura from 6th grade patrols caught Matthew being kind. They both see that he is trying harder at lunch to make good choices. They also saw that he's a good helper to his friends. Those are all the kind as for now. If your name was called, please see Miss Afai for your copy and kind certificate and copy and kind necklace. That's all my time for now. Into the weekly update with Arthur. Hey Arthur, anything exciting happening next week?
Thanks, AJ. You really are the king of kind. Now on to the weekly update with me, Arthur. The world famous pumpkin contest is coming back to Washington School. It's only $1 to win, and you can start bringing in pumpkin submissions on Monday, October 21st. And it's in this file right here. Pumpkin contest voting will take place on Friday, October 25th. There are different judging categories such as creepiest, cutest, and most creative pumpkin. School bucks and tree will be given out to winners, so try your best to win. Just a word of advice. If you are carving your pumpkin, bring it closer to Friday, October 25th. They have a tendency to get wrong quickly.
Please hold your nose. That's stinky.
Also, flyers were sent home for PTA Haunted Hallway. This event is taking place on October 25th, and it's only $1 to enter per student, not per adult as well. The event will take place from 6:30 to 8 p.m. and you must come with an adult. Students ask your parents if they can help out the PTA and donate some candy for the event. Candy donations are due on Thursday, October 24th. Do I hear birthday music? Must be time for birthdays with the birthday boy himself, Noah. Noah, who is celebrating birthdays this week?
Thanks, Arthur. I appreciate the weekly update. Now on to me, the birthday boss, Noah Rodriguez, and I will be covering birthdays for next week. Before we get into birthdays, we did not know it was Mr. Rui's birthday on October 14th. Happy belated birthday to the best vice principal around. On Monday, October 21st, Alejandro from Miss Mergliani's class is celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday. On Tuesday, October 22nd, we have lots of birthdays to shout out. Jaden and Evelyn from Miss Rika's class. Sophia from wait a minute, do my eyes deceive me or something? Rodriguez, my last name, class, and our bilingual ESL coach, Miss Estrella Tran, all have birthdays today. On Wednesday, October 23rd, our awesome aide, Miss Munoz, celebrates her birthday today. On Friday, October 25th, Fiorella from Miss Martinez's class and Iker from Miss Agning's class both have birthdays today. Finally, on Saturday, October 26th, and my best friend Benjamin from Mr. Postal's class, Matthew from Mr. Silver Brown's class, and Ian from Miss Donovan's class all have birthdays today. Those are all our birthdays. Next week, I am going to pass it over to Hottie, who will be covering first grade news. What's going on in first grade, Hottie?
Thank you, Noah. Alright, it's Hardy again here, and I'll be reporting first grade news this week. First graders are having a fantastic start to the school year. They love visiting Washington School, Acre Farms, and want to say a big thank you for the PBA for all the pumpkins. Thank you. Right now, they are reading the Creepy Tales series where Jasper Rabbit has some spooky adventures. I remember reading that, was so fun. They are practicing reading special words like semi-rule words, compound words, and open and closed syllable words. Watch out, Washington first graders. First graders will be amazing readers in no time, okay? We promise. Come take a walk in our hallway to see all the great work on the walls. Wow, that sounds like there's very great things happening in first grade. Next week, I will be catching up on our friends in second grade. I am going to pass it over to Mason, who's going to be covering shoutouts. Mason, who are you going to be shouting out this week?
Hello, my name is Mason Diaz, and I will be covering student and staff shoutouts. Starting next week, students can submit teachers and student shoutouts. Check Ms. Afai's Google Classroom for links. Miss A's Google Classroom code is capital D, 6, capital G, capital U, 5, capital Q. If you haven't joined yet, you should. Nafisa from 4th grade would like to shout out her brother, Israfil. He is an amazing brother, and he is nice to her, he protects her, and he always plays with her. She says that she loves him very much. Good job, Israfil. Nafisa would also like to shout out Miss Rika. She says that Miss Rika is the best teacher ever because she helps us grow our math brains, and she's also very kind. Nafisa would finally like to shout out Miss Sansone. She says that Miss Sansone is amazing and teaches us cool stuff, and she's also kind. Nafisa says that she is happy to have Miss Sansone and Miss Rika as teachers. Mrs. Walsh would like to shout out Elias from her class. Elias helped out classmates walk down the stairs during recess. Good job. Mrs. Walsh would also like to shout out John in her class. John is always ready and willing to help out his classmates. He makes sure everybody has what they need to be successful. Good job. Thank you to those who submitted shoutouts. We're going to end our newscast with the dynamic duo, Adam and Joshua. Go ahead.
Welcome to Staff Spotlight with me, Joshua.
And me, Adam.
Amazing School Secretary, Mrs. Gonzalez. Mrs. Gonzalez has been working in the Kearney District for 16 years.
Before we were lucky enough to have Mrs. Gonzalez as our secretary. She also helped as a teacher's aide. Mrs. Gonzalez likes to go shopping for fun, and we can tell she is always dressed up.
Mrs. Gonzalez shared that her favorite thing about Washington School is everyone willing to help out and support each other.
Mrs. Gonzalez has some advice for Washington School students, and it is to do your best and try to learn something new every day. One fun fact about Mrs. Gonzalez is that she loves to wear high heels more than sneakers.
The last thing she wants you to know is that it's a pleasure to be a part of the Washington School family. That is the end of today's episode. Remember, you could fill out your shoutouts and use the links in Miss Alfie's Google Classroom. And maybe your shoutout will be featured by Mason in next week's episode.
See you next week.
Recording it is. Alright, so get comfortable. I'm gonna close the door.
I see you got bloopers.
Yes, we had some bloopers. But we're not gonna aim for bloopers. If they happen, they happen. Oh, did you fix your eyebrows? Oh, that's cool. I like that. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, if I do this, you're good. So you can keep rolling, okay? Okay?
Just thought you should know.
Exactly.
Next page.
Okay. So
Yelena,
Jacob, and Gareb.
grab.
Uh-huh.
Like Greg?
Grab?
Like Greg, but grab.
Yeah, Gareb.
Grab.
Miss Donna called Yelena.
Yelena, okay. Miss Donovan.
Sorry, one more time. I think I was talking. Go ahead.
Miss Donovan Yamela.
Yelena, baby.
Oh,
That's okay.
Yelena.
Same here. Wait, Miss Donovan Cox, Yelena, Jacob, and Garrett, all.
Who?
That's never up. Thank you.
Funky. Man, there's so much more since last time.
Yeah.
Man.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
There's more kids that are
We have
copying.
a good school. Anything exciting happening next week, Arthur?
It sounded like a threat. Arthur. We'll stop that next week, okay?
School bucks and treats will be given out to the winners. So you better win. Yeah, that was. Can I redo that?
Closer to Friday, October 25th, because they have a tendency to get rotten quickly, and you can just do a little bit of this, like, if you want to.
On your nose.
Yeah.
On your-
Flyers will be sent home next week if you would.
Oh, that's a lie. We already sent home the flyers.
So bye.
And just say flyers have already been sent home.
On Friday, October 25th. Friday, baby. Fireella.
No.
Why?
Why are we saying Friday, baby?
They're on Friday, baby. They were born on Friday.
No, they weren't born on Friday. Their birthday is on Friday.
Yeah, so they
No,
were born
but
on Friday.
But your birthday is not always the same day. Like let's say your birthday might fall on a Monday, doesn't mean you were necessarily born on a Monday.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? The actual dates is the same, but the day that it lands on the week may not always be the same.
Okay.
So keep out the Friday week.
Matthew.
What does that sound? What is that? Hello? Does that ever happen in your class?
Nope.
I hope that stops. Okay, whatever that was.
Ian from Mr.
Donovan.
Donovan. I was gonna say Donovan. And Ian from Mr.
And Ian from Miss Donovan's class.
And Ian from Miss I can't say it.
Okay, Miss
Donovan.
How about you say Ian from second grade?
No, I'm saying.
You're gonna say Donovan?
Yep.
I love that energy.
Hello?
Sorry. Sorry. I just always want to talk. All right.
This week's staff spotlight is our amazing school security, Miss Gonzalez.
Secretary.
Oh, secretary.
I love Mrs. Gonzalez, but she would be the opposite of security because she's like this big. So.
Wait, who's Mrs.
All right, so
Mrs. Gonzalez?
Mrs. Gonzalez is our secretary in the main office. You guys know her. Trust me, you know her. I will show her to you guys after this if you don't know.
She's like the head honcho in the
Yes,
office.
yes. You guys know her. You definitely have gone.
She's on the loudspeaker
Yes.
calling people.
Yes.
So and so called to the
Whatever.
office.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she's very important to our building.
Mrs. Gonzalez has some advice for Washington school students, and it is not
It is not to do your best. All right. Sorry, someone's texting me. Okay. I'm busy.